Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. On target to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First and 10. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, he found a space and he slipped through the crowd, and Hill has it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Handoff from the gun. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. He stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And down he goes back at the 3.
Yeah, I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, they'll just find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Makes the grab close to the logo. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
From the gun, the running back has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looking for space, it's Bishop. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Here comes the heat. Bounced right back to them.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Absolute shank. Missed it. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Off the RPO, complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Unleashes one. He's got it. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. The run to the left. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively.
Breaks into the open. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
And the coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run.
We know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass from the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The corners are walked up tight. Takes the handoff. It's Powell. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
This guy's going after a day sort of like the one Joey Galloway had against Michigan State in '93, already well on his way.
And Joey Galloway had that Bayou speed, that Freaky Friday speed, and he's got it too. I mean, just such a dynamic weapon on the outside. It's a good idea to find him and throw him the football early, in the middle, and late.
And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got a man. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Finds a man on the right. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they're in the red zone with a first down at the 12. The Buckeyes have pushed it inside the 20. Looking downfield on first down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
It'll be 3rd and long. Let's go. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Boom. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort. Up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The give to the tailback. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Back to throw, it's Gee. They're working that left side. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now at wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
They make to stop it. He'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time. Firing to the right, complete.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab on the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Texas A&M. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rousseau. Stumbled to the ground.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack. Playability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a man, it's Gee. Gets it out fast. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Turning it on! And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the fourth quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Thanks for grab. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it on the option. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And that is how we will wrap this one up. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.